Okay, in this video I want to show you how to fill out a response, what it should look like. So on your sheet it looks like this. You have your choice boxes up top. Underneath you have write your responses here. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose a box. Right now I'm going to choose this one, quotes. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, it's asking you to copy down 3 meaningful quotes from the book and explain the significance of each quote. What does it infer, symbolize, suggest, relate to, etc. Okay, you're doing all your responses about the same book, so if you would, at the top put the title of the book. My samples are all going to be from the book Posted by Jeff Anderson. So I'm going to put that up there, and then in this box I'm going to put my quote. So I already picked my quotes out and I'll show you how I'm going to elaborate and write about them. So here's my first quote. I actually found this one in the beginning of the story and I liked it because I thought it foreshadowed what was going on in the story. So watch how I do this. Here's my quote. Words accumulate like cancer, and then they eat away at you until there is nothing left. And once they are let loose, there is really no taking them back. This quote shows me that Frost, we know Frost is our main character, Frost is referring to something that is going to happen in the book. A major conflict. In this book, a strict no cell phone policy is put in place because a student misused her cell phone. I think Frost knows the impact of words, and this quote further explains how words can have an impact on others. In this case, he is showing the negative impact that words can have on other people. This quote foreshadows something bad that will happen later in the text. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my next quote. Okay, it does not have to connect. You don't have to make your quotes connect. If you want to make them connect, you can. I'm choosing not to do that. Here's my next quote, and notice that I'm using proper MLA citation. Okay, Mrs. Shears closed the door and at least 20 other phones flew out of pockets and backpacks as we all tried to figure out just what it was that Ruby had done. The wonderfully terrible things that she'd said. As I read this quote, I really liked the language that Anderson used to describe what Ruby did. I especially like the contradiction of the words wonderfully and terrible. Okay. We've talked about contrasts and contradictions many, many times in class, and this is an example of it, and it hit me in the face. And when I see a contrast or contradiction used in text, it makes me think, why is the author using those words? And I want to kind of answer that question. So I thought to myself, why does the author use those words? And I think the author is trying to show the reader that even though a bad thing happened, Ruby sent a nasty text message about a teacher, it also was wonderful because it provided teens some entertainment in their rather boring school day. Okay, my last quote that I want to talk about is this one, and I found this on page 10. All my quotes for this one just came from the beginning of the story. If you were listening to my read aloud, I know that you read the beginning of the story, so I wanted to make sure that I chose some part of the text that you were familiar with. Quote, point is, none of us is alone. We might feel alone sometimes, but more often than not, we are just lonely. There is a difference. We aren't alone because it's basic human nature to band together. Herd mentality. We are programmed to find our people. In this quote, Frost is starting to introduce his tribe to the reader. When Frost began middle school, he didn't have any friends. And now he has his tribe, his people. Dee Dee, Bench, and Wolf. Frost is aware that they are not the same at all, but it is their differences that bond them together as friends. Frost loves his tribe and acknowledges that this fills his lonely, that his friends help him to feel connected to something. There is a bond and a group. Okay, so that's a quick under 10-minute explanation and showing you what you need to do with your quotes. I hope that helps. This document will be available to you, as well as if you click here where it says for help, click here, you'll find this screencast. So there's a screencast for every one of the choices that you need to write about. Good luck. If you need any help, I'm there. Talk to you soon. Bye.